Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Here we go. Here you can see the character with the dual wielding of the Jelkhor knives, and it works. I was in the middle of a map when I hit 36, swapped them in. It works just fine. Will it be deep into the end game powerful? We'll see. But it works just fine. Now, it was previously broken. It was so good when you could just throw mines and have them do the Jelkhor blasts. But now you've back to the original version where you've got to actually, in essence, poke them. You gotta kinda stab them. And a good afternoon to whomever has joined me. A little bit late starting today, but that's because I got a good night's sleep for a change. Yay! Alright, we got a quest to do for her. Did I not accept that? Did I finish that? I must have finished it. I don't remember that. No, I've got the quest for that. Don't know why it's not showing up on the right-hand side with the quests, but there it is. I need to go back in time and do something.
Not happening.
And he's back. As you can tell, it works. And this is, you know, I don't have any special stuff on outside of these aren't, none of these are bad, but they're not good for the build. These aren't bad for the build as well. That just is giving me more survivability. So basically, it's not, none of the stuff, none of the gear is really supportive of the build. Apart from the build itself coming from the Jelkhor's knives. Blast knives gonna blast, yo. Blows them up pretty adequately, I would have to say. Hi. Did you all just fall over? Almost all of you fall over? Huh? But it isn't ranged. So. That was the great thing about the trap version. You could just lob the trap version out and it would kill everything. From a distance, but now I have to get, as the old saying was on ABC TV, up close and personal. Was that the last? No, we're still on this one, right? Throwing damage, which is of no use to us. Stop going up. It's up to tier 5. Anything but throwing damage, please. Help a guy out. So, I think you can see it works still adequately well. It's not ludicrously overpowered like it was at launch. But it's still doing the trick. Was that tier 6? Fucking tier 6! Throwing knives. Or throwing knives. I'm cursed. Here comes the bad guys. We'll just throw some smoke and we'll annihilate it. Take the sapphire tablet. We'll go to the temporal sanctum. As we will eventually... This is one of the dungeon entrances. We will eventually use this to skip to the end game. Back to... the Oracle's abode. Hey, Senegal. Evening or afternoon or potentially even morning, depending on where you are located.
Yes?
I normally use my time. Let's see, where were we? Blade Dancer, I think, now.
May I tear a smile upon you?
I try not to discriminate against those in other time
I'm glad
zones.
you made it. When I described you, the Oracle
But
appeared
sometimes it's
interested.
tough to
She wishes to speak with you. Just remember,
make sure I get the
shouldn't stay here long.
times, all the various times covered. Wow, another passive point. I like that. Oh, we didn't sell stuff. We don't have that much stuff in here we need to worry about. The boots are going to have some good elemental resistances. That's what I'm currently needing the boots for. The other stuff is kind of nice. The belt I currently have mostly a little bit of lightning damage, and this is what the Jelkhors are ending up doing. They're doing lightning damage. Decent resists. So the build still works, but it's no longer broken. We'll see how well it works in the end game. My expectation, not great. But on the other hand, I have 0 gear supporting it now, so... And I am going to need to scale the defenses to some degree, as right now our defenses are kind of crap. And because we are now a melee build, we've got to get right in the faces of everything that needs to go bzzzt. But it is doing a nice job on the bzzting, gotta say. Hey, Nod Knock. So, we were wondering about the Jelkhors. They're not overpowered anymore. They're back to the power they had in early access, but they're good. I've got basically no gear supporting them, and they're blowing shit up. So we need a bunch of lightning scaling, and we need defenses. That's kind of where we are now. Ding 37. But I mean, this is the build that I saw someone playing and liked so much. And tracked down the knives in early access, and it still works. Yay!
I won't forget that.
Hi. Just bazooka him down. This way, I believe. Ha ha ha! I think I'll need to be using more of the evade into combat is probably the way to do it. Good to hear, as you really liked. Yeah, I did. It's very satisfying in its ability to screen clear. Obviously not as good as when you could do it from afar. And he's coming back. There he is. He thought I wouldn't know that he was coming back, but I knew. I knew. Given that I have, no actual gear here to support it, except, the Jelkhor's knife. I think you can see most of the time, I have a little gear for survivability, and that's about it. Because I've been ignoring gear drops and whatnot going through the storyline stuff for the most part. Just trying to survive to get to the Jelkhor knives. Think you can get away from me? I don't think so. Those we can wait on those. But I think the evade will be a good offensive tool for this build, as much as a defensive tool. So I expect it should scale up pretty reasonably into monoliths. As to how well it will handle everything as you go into monoliths, we'll have to see. But there's a lot of room for it to scale up. Hello. Welcome. Good afternoon, evening, or morning. Choose one. Choose whichever applies for you. Missed me. Losers. But it will take some period of adjustment for me to get used to moving into melee range. Oh, haste, how nice. I'll be even faster. Level 38. I am just an everything murdering machine. Do not move into worm spit, okay? Lesson learned. 30 minutes, it is midnight. Oh, it's dark. Ooh. Oh, is he dead already? so 10 hours difference. It is 1:33 here. Having cleared everything out, I can now take a moment. So many points to spend. We'll start with the most important one. We are 20 to 21 points in detonating arrow. Give me a sec, as I am working with two different builds here that I'm trying to mesh together. The first one is from early access when we didn't have the Falconer in the game yet. The second one is the build that used the explosive traps, which is no longer applicable. So I'm having to kind of Frankenstein both of them. Alright, that should be second point in Beast Slayer arrow, which is a straight multiplier. Shuriken 14 to 15. No, that's not the right thing. Alright, I'm missing one. Why am I missing one? 1133, probably there. Yeah, there. All right, there we go. Next up, Shift, 13 to 14. Shift. (13 to 14) and 9 to 10 on Smoke Cloud, Smoke Bomb, whatever. 9 to 10. 9 to 10. Oh, 3 points. All right. Off to Jelkhor. Hi, Alrek.
This is the... I can't say it quickly. I'll get us
And we're
out of here.
teleported. Not just for Star Trek anymore. Magic teleportation, too. And Dr. Yulia.
The Emperor, you're trying. Over there. Go. I want to. I'll try. Hopefully. I will see you soon.
Weird that an undead thing would say you're dead. I mean, they're dead, too. They're more dead than me, even if they're moving. The Rustlands. Must be very high in iron. Probably iron mines in the area. Who doesn't like a little bzzzt? I've got an idea. Let's go back in time. To the ancient era, when dinosaurs ruled the world. Should be unlocked. It is unlocked now. I wish more games would simply unlock waypoints in the line, stable masters, whatever they've got, when you got anywhere close so that you don't have to... And that is a dumb anachronism that serves no useful purpose other than to occasionally annoy a player who forgot to do it. I have been that player more than once. 30 plus 35. That's tier 7 throwing damage on that, which does nothing for me. Dancing strikes, wow. It's got no points left, so it has reached the cap. Right now, it's only good for +1 to rogue skills, which is quite good, but the rest of it is almost worthless. 10 poison resist. Yay? I mean, that's an enormous amount of throwing damage. Tempting to make another build to take advantage of it. Alright, we're back in the ancient days when dinosaurs and big bugs ruled the world. Why am I getting loot? I have questions. The witch robes. Why are there witch robes in the past? Doesn't seem like we've got a whole lot of consistency going on here. Ding 39. Oh, it's the big one. Orcurian. He started stomping, but he can't stomp through me. Back to the end of time. Back from early prehistory to the end of time. And 10 to 11 in Smoke Bomb. Smoke Blades now also causes melee and throwing attacks to leech a portion of the damage you deal with health. A leech is definitely very nice to have. You know, unless someone's calling you a leech, which is...
Hey there, want to try your luck?
I am not wielding a sword. I do want to deconstruct that, as that's got a useful affix. Elemental resists. Pretty good. Going to take a hit on the hit points and the movement speed and the dex skills. Don't think I'm quite ready to do that yet. It is a new character. I created it like 2 days ago. Leveled it up to get to the point where I could start using both of these, the Jelkhor's blast knives. Nodnox was kind enough to break the news to me that they had nerfed the build that was so strong last league. But I was determined to try them out, and they still work as well as they did in the early access. Nowhere near as well as they did last league. But hoping for that would have been hoping for way too much. What do we have up here? Lightning damage with Shuriken. Poison and Fizz resist is primarily why we've got that. That is 22, and that would be 15 health regen. What do we got? We can throw Dex on that. That's a maybe. The lightning damage is a little bit of a buff. We really don't need that buff. We probably just need more defenses right now. Pardon me as I continually mutter to myself, it's something I do. And I mean it is something I do. We can throw some dex at this and that won't hurt.
Gold won't save you, but a blade might.
Gold won't save you. Blade might. Alright, we're going to bust these up. We're hoping to see 2 falconries. We got 1. And we're looking for 1 max ballista. We got 1. That's the cap, isn't it? 20% on that? Best singularity ever. Back to the lower sewers. They make it sound so icky. Just because it's icky. This is my 3rd character for the league. Sorry, cycle. First one was a all critters necromancer, where basically all I ever had to do was move. It was boring. Got into the 70s with that, but it was boring. Second one was more active. I can't even remember what the hell it was. Mage of some flavor? Yeah, mage of some flavor. I think. Wow, my brain. And then this one. New Nemesis. Oh, come on. The last time it had a close call. It's boringness. I'm not using any of those. So there's no advantage to not just nuking it out for the shield. Ah, missed me. Your misshapen remains, you are. And we'll just face tank it. We are not afraid. Ooh. He rented my armor. Rented? Rent? He made a loud clang noise. I just wanted to blow all those ones up. The lower sewers, we spend so much time in sewers in ARPGs and RPGs in general. So much poop questing.
Right. I'm willing. I'll use my. Should if it weren't for
Although
you.
I guess better
I'd still be
sewers
your friend.
than the scat play quests that every MMO seems to have these days. And it all started with one quest in Nagrand in the Burning Crusade to get Nagrand cherries.
Easy. Too easy.
Thanks for nothing with that one. Lizard. For that quest, you had to kill a bunch of antelope type things. Some of them would have Nagrand cherries in their poop. Maybe you just had to pick up the poop. I can't remember for sure. Anyway, they were sort of like Kopi Luwak, for those of you who are familiar with the most expensive coffee in the world. Some quests are best forgotten. Yeah, that's probably true. And then Lich King had a quest in Boreal something where you had to eat something and then crap it out, and so your character went into an outhouse and would make grunting noises as that outhouse shook, and I think smoke came out of it as you had to poop out something. It's sure, we will try to empower this. Throw smoke and face murder. Vengeance is eternal, according to him. If you believe him, I'm not sure he's the best source on that. Ding 40. 4 levels in 31 minutes. Latro had instituted a first poop quest I can remember is in the sort of a hobbit town stuck out in the middle of nowhere in non-hobbit zones. I don't even remember why we had to pick up poop for them. Ah, yeah, maybe Grizzly Hills is the one I was thinking of. I was thinking it was in Boreal. You're right, it was in Grizzly Hills. Yep. I remember the first time I saw it, it busted me up because I wasn't expecting the theatrics of it. Alright, back to, no, this one. We're at how many points now? Alright, we're into Shroud of Dusk next. $14 to $15 in shift. Okay. $11 to $12 in Smoke Bomb. Ah, more leech. Yeah, leech good. Why wasn't that going off?
They won't forget.
I think this is the dead end. It is. That is also a dead end. I can find all of the dead ends. It's a gift. Not everyone has. Gloves. Hi. Bye.
Easy. Too easy.
Easy. Too easy. No, I think that's a dead end. Why? Ouch. Because I'm dope. Ooh, we've got another Batman. Another Nemesis. Another one of the Nemeses. Sash coat.
Just for what? Here I was, hoping this would lead us closer.
And increased minion damage on the Harbinger of Stars. That is not helpful. Melee attack speed. That one's not bad. Movement, Vit, fire resistant health with poison resist. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and empower it again. Next time I will perish. I just want everyone to know that next time I will perish. So yeah, can say that Jelkhor Blast Knife's still fun. Still pretty good. Not broken? Well, I don't know. Definitely not as broken. We'll see if they're broken. I doubt it, but can't say that that's not possible. I can hope that it's broken. If you've ever played a broken build in any game where builds are a thing, you know that can be actually a lot of fun. Didn't need that. Didn't want that. I think we actually need to go this way. Yep. I have remembered correctly. My smart pills are working. Sort of. Well, we've got another Nemesis assist. Another one of the Nemesis, level 41. Leveling is happening at a very satisfactory speed. Right about now. I had to take a potion that time. He really was buffed up. Ooh, one of the items became
Might have to drop something.
exalted. Damn it. I'm trying to pick things up. 219 armor, so that's tier 7. We can get rid of the attunement. The other two, well, the melee attack speed is very good. The attunement, worthless. The health regen is okay. It's not nothing. It's just not nothing good. Yulia's Haven.
Not happening.
Oh, that's right. Ah.
I'm glad. We can't all be before he, and two when he fled. I saw him heading.
I am Yulia. Because
Hi, Yulia.
from the heart of the citadel is beyond. There is an exit near the Emperor's throne, giving you a chance.
I'm going to assume the next point goes into Blood Bandit for the 3rd time. It does indeed. As I said, leech is good. 6% leech. Smoke blades. Granted smoke blades each second for 4 seconds while inside the smoke. So we get more damage, we get health, turns Smoke Bomb into something really quite good. Now we've got to sell stuff. What have we here? A fleshy human? I'm just a skeleton in a suit. Technically, we're all just skeletons in a flesh suit. You know? Increased area with detonating arrow. That's what we're using. That's a maybe. That's a probably just drop into the bank for now. And that's just not good. +1 to puncture. No, thank you. No. No. A lot of health, but this has got +1 to rogue skills, which for now is still too good to not use. Lightning damage. What do we have up there? Damage over time, elemental damage, and a couple of resists. It's probably better. Is, let's see, damage reflected, chance to gain Death Shroud. Nice resists, but, you know. I think we want to try and turn this one into something. So, we are going to randomly... Ooh, it has 56 forging potential. Holy crap. That's a lot. Requires level 43 to forge. Seriously? Oh, I guess because of all of the mods that got piled on it. Huh. I do wish they would let you craft items that were over-leveled for you. Yeah, we can't craft on this for a bit. Although the armor is certainly nice. I want to see how much. So right now, 772. If we swap this in, probably drops, not by much. What does this have? Oh, melee damage leached his health. Yeah, that's what's allowing us to face tank everything. It would be good on the armor. But the leech is too good right now. We're going to poke at that one a bit and hang on to that one, I think. Oh, also, what did we end up getting out of that? 81% increased minion damage in a meteor thing. That was so seldom hit. That's the only thing wrong with the items from... I keep wanting to say Harbingers. Nemesis. I have none, so I cannot increase that. Mana is no longer important. So how about if we re-roll mana at random and hope to get lucky? Say get dexterity of tier 4. That would be a good result. Spoiler, that was a good result. Sadly, we don't have a whole lot of remaining... Let's see, void resist probably. Remaining potential on it. We have no remaining potential on it. Nice. EQ1, I assume, Senegal? Or EQ2? I'm going to assume 1. We're going to lose 5% elementals, but I think it's worth it. But we will hold on to this just in case it turns out not to be worth it. So let's see what this has. That's the elemental resist. Oh, you've never played before on a server called Quarm. I don't recognize that as an EQ2 server. So I'm going to guess EQ1 also. It tends to be that EQ1 has more players than EQ2. So How does forging potential work? You never understood? Okay, I can explain that one pretty quick. Let's yoink this. Oh, no, let's use something. I'm sure I have something here that has potential. This one does. Sure, that should too. We'll go with that. Okay, so we've got our affixes here. Forging potential is every time you forge any of your affixes, it's usually going to go down. Now, I've socketed a glyph of hope in here, which modifies the outcome of crafts, and it gives a 25% chance to have no loss of potential. So, what things do I want out of here? Well, more resists. I've got plenty of damage right now. Let's give it resists. Poison is the least used damage type in the game against you, so that one is of less importance than physical resist, which is things whacking you. So, give it a click. I will click here. It will upgrade this affix. There's a chance we can critical and upgrade one of these affix at another point, and the potential may or may not go down. It's at 21. We got the critical, so it added 1 to elemental damage, in addition to the 1 on physical resist, and we didn't lose any forging potential. Let's try it again. We lost 9 forging potential on that, but it did succeed. Again. It used the last 12. We can't forge on this anymore, and that's forging potential. It's a random factor for crafting that limits how much you can buff an item. So an item isn't just the stats on it, it is also the forging potential. Regardless, that was a lot of physical resistance, some additional elemental damage, and a significant improvement in the quality of that item. Resists. Our physical resist is almost capped. Poison went up a little. And our void and necrotic are weak. And our elemental is nothing to write home about. But that's sort of the quick and dirty explanation on forging potential. It's how much you can forge on an item. And sometimes you can get lucky and get a lot of either very small changes or 0 changes in your crafts. And you can stack up even a low potential item into very high numbers. But sometimes you get screwed. You've got an item that's great and maybe needs, that looks great, has great potential, and maybe needs like 5 or 6 crafts to become, you know, an item that'll be best in slot for you, if not for the rest of the build for a good length of time. And it just suddenly gets nuked from orbit. Like 3 crafts and it's done. Oh look, it ate 20 potential. Oh, it ate another 15. And the last 12. It provides a non-deterministic aspect to crafting. Because otherwise, the crafting in the game is quite deterministic. I mean, there are lots of those glyphs and bits and pieces to crafting that give you a lot of knobs you can twiddle. I don't do as much with some of them as I should.
Easy. Too easy.
Oh. Guys, I was talking. Because we've got this for breaking up. This is, I can't even remember, rerolls the values of all affixes on an item. That's within the affix. So if it has a value of like 5 to 10, and you've got the 5 and you want the 10, this will reroll all the affixes. This will remove 1 random affix and give you the shards back. This one adds tier 1 affixes to all empty slots. This one rerolls the implicits, which is the things that can't normally change. Rune of Ascendance takes a regular or rare item and makes it a random unique of the same flavor. Rune of Creation is basically a mirror of Kalandra, if you're familiar with PoE, And this one is sealing experimental affixes, which show up on the experimental items. That's the blue affix there. And up here, we've got this one, which makes crafting less likely to eat up potential. We've got this one that re-rolls a single affix to another affix and raises it a tier. This one, I don't remember. Modifies the outcome of craft. Prevents the roll of an affix within its range changing when it's upgraded. So this upgrades an affix, but if it was at the higher end of the affix, like I said, 5 to 10, say it was a 10, the next time you upgrade it, it will still be at the maximum value. This one is for sealing affixes. This one I don't know, and they don't tell you until you get one. And this one is, it destabilizes an item, unpredictably changing all properties other than the affix being upgraded. And it removes stability from the item and adds it to the mapping system, basically allowing you to more quickly move through maps and stuff in the endgame. So most of those I don't use or seldom use. A couple of them I use occasionally. Where's the bossy boss? There he is. There he was. Oh, hi. Worms. Ew, I've got worms. Back to Julia's Haven. The one I'm most likely to use is the Rune of Chaos, which I used on the helm here to replace Affinity. And I got lucky and it rolled Dex, and that was just about perfect. That's just about the best thing I could hope for out of that.
You killed him? Her? If we pull this off, maybe I can give her some good news for once, eh?
Alright, we took care of the mission for Alric. We're off to the Upper Necropolis. Real estate values are really inflated in the Upper Necropolis compared to the Lower Necropolis. You know, if you're an up-and-coming undead, you really want to see if you can't get a place in the Upper Necropolis. Although there is always the risk that they're going to think of you as the nouveau riche. I have an ice beetle again. It's nice to have a pet. He's a friend. He's not a pet, he's a friend.
Easy. Too easy.
Trying to pick up the belt. That's level 47. Get out of these floaties. Gloves of purity, yes, clearly. Those are for me. I lead a very pure life. I'm almost like a monk. I lead such an existence of purity. He's back now. Hi. I hope you guys don't mind if I step over and blow you up. The Citadel sewers, because not being satisfied with the regular sewers, I have to go to the Citadel sewers, where only the highest class of poop flows by. I believe it has hung on me again. No, it has not. Yay for not hanging. Sadly, I've been having an issue with the game hanging on me. Let's see, 21 to 22. In my big hitter, 21 to 22. Ah, yes, the damage multiplier. Shuriken, 15 to 16. Extra lightning damage. Good to have. 15 to 16 in shift. Looks like we're going all the way to the top on sleight of hand. Increase the number of shuriken we throw. I need to remember to do that when I'm face tanking. I need to remember to throw both the shuriken because they spin around me, and also the smoke bomb. That'll make boss killing significantly easier. Alright, I need to kill all the wardens. Fortunately, if you go this way, they come to you. There's the first one.
I won't forget.
And here's the second one. Halberd. Don't think I can dual wield halberds. I'm cool if I could, but we've got the warden. Noble gloves of purity. Well, that's definitely me. Where did he go? What was that? He's still there. He's dead, but he didn't drop his loot. And I'm taking damage from something. I think the server has crapped the bed again. It has. It really, really is annoying to get into a map. Or in this case, you know, I've got the mage, I've got a nemesis here, and it's fucked. You know, I thought they'd fixed the DCs and the like. And the whole app is fucked now. No, it worked. All right, that part of it worked. It got back out. Or maybe it didn't. No, it did. It's just so infuriating when it happens. Come on, 11th hour. Fix this. So annoying to have to play through crap again, you know? You know, it's nothing like a couple of minutes, but losing out on the mobs is kind of frustrating.
That was close.
It's just frustrating. mobs I need to kill. I no longer have the quest to kill the mobs, but they still show up. I don't have the quest because I already killed them. $43. And no, we do not get the mobs. So, we're screwed out of, well, less significant. Screwed out of the exiled mage. More significant, screwed out of the nemesis. As they're the league mechanic and they're fun and they are profitable. Well, not like money profitable, but profitable profitable. The Immortal Summit. Another level over here. We'd just gotten that, I believe. So we are in Smoke 13 to 14. Smoke 13 to 14. Smoke cloud lasts longer. Enough of you. Pew-pewing me from a distance like a cowardly little skeleton. I'm rich, guys. I'm rich. I'm curious who's going to clean up this mess of bones and stuff that I'm leaving behind. I mean, that's got to be kind of depressing. You're an undead and your job is tidying up, and, you know, there's no shame in that. But you're picking up all these bones and you realize that's somebody else just doing their job.
Not after me.
Oh, okay. Nemesis says. Let's see what we've got in the goodie box. Dark Stride. The falconry. Not good for this build, might be good for another. Sure, we will go ahead and install it. A rune of ascendance. Delightful. Oh, you guys want more? I'm fine with that. Into the immortal citadel itself.
The Immortal Emperor, huh? This is probably my biggest hit yet.
Speak with me.
Expecting you.
You should have seen this. You know how the yes, and
I've heard. Enough! No more games.
Come on.
You. Why are you here?
I'm here to kill your little friends. Harton, who of course famously hears a who. And now Zarek.
Now's our chance.
You pathetic human mistake.
I'm a pathetic human mistake. Take notes.
You can kill me.
Uh,
You think you can?
Enough! Can't use the lance! The lance of Hurod. Where is it? Quickly! You need to get out of here!
Yulia thought I had the Lance of Heorot, but I haven't gone back in time to get it yet. We're working on that soon. Going back in time to get the Lance of Heorot so that we can eventually kill the Immortal Emperor. He was already dead. And as far as I can tell, immortal to me means undying.
Wait. Is
Having
that
died
some
once
distance?
and come back, that doesn't make you immortal. That just makes you a guy who came back. It's not the same thing. That's a level 44. 8 levels today so far. I'm not sure where we go from there. Make sure we've opened that up. So we are headed now to the last regular map that we'll be using before we head off to the end game. Basically, after your first character in a cycle, good morning, Fizbic. After you finish off your first character, you want to make sure you get him all the way out to open up either the Merchant's Guild or Circle of Fortune. I'm Circle of Fortune. After that, you want to get all of the skill points and idols that you can from the map. And after that, or from the story. Once you're done with that, there is a shortcut to get you either to the Circle of Fortune, if you feel the need to do that, or simply you can just go straight to mapping somewhere in the low 50s, which is normally what I will do for every character after the first. So that's what I'll be doing with this one. We've got more nemesis. I just didn't even see it. Just tootling along. One over here? No. Okay. Let's see. That's got ward gained on use with smoke bomb. Again, that's the falconry, so we probably won't be using this. Although increased damage wielding a dagger. We can try to roll off the falconry. What tier is that? It's tier 2. That's a possibility. This one's got minion dodge rating. That was not helpful. Damage reflected. You see, that's not lessening the damage, though. It just takes the damage. If someone hits you for 10 and you've got 28% damage reflected, they hit you for 100. You still take 100. They just take 28 as well. We'll go ahead and we'll challenge it. I don't think it's going to get any better. So we'll just base tank and So we're headed to meet Yulia now, in the past. But she doesn't know us, because as far as she's concerned, we're sort of from the future, only not really, because we already know Grael. This is our native time zone at the very start of the game. This is the one we're in. Before we start bouncing around through time like a pachinko ball. A big fellow. Have a nap. A dirt nap. Those mobs suck. Those icy guys who fire boatloads of rounds at you from distance. If you're not careful, it's very easy to get nuked out by them. That's another level 45. One of the only sort of negatives to a build like this is the biggest fun in a lot of ARPGs is getting a nice big chunky weapon upgrade, and that's not going to happen when you're dual wielding uniques. The only upgrades I can get are to get more Jelkhors and have ones that drop with legendary potential. We're in the Scorched Grove. Hey, Heorot, how you doing? Let me help you out with these Rye-loving scumballs. Not that you need the help, because they're all dying at a really fast pace. And welcome to GVG, not Guild versus Guild, God versus God.
Worthy, be gone from this land. My flames will scour this place.
Enough!
So be it then. Perish.
Why didn't you start with that attack, dude? Seriously.
I do not have much longer.
Well, you know. Being a god, it ain't what it used to be, you know?
Retrieve the lance.
Put your weapon, hero. And who did find one? And here, I said, here, come. We have much to discuss.
We have much to discuss. Give me a sec. I need to check and see where we're going with our next points. Oh, do we need to refund one? Evidently we do. We want 1 point in that. Scarlet Storm. Increase fizz and have a chance to inflict bleed on hit with melee and throwing. Well, I guess a chance. I think I'd probably rather have have it in the other one. So we're going to keep it where it is, and we're going to put points into Veil of Night. Oh, we may have to drop a point to get to Crimson Shroud. Okay, well, we can get that later. Bonk. Veil of Night. 14 to 15 in Smoky. 14 to 15. 2 more points going into Lingering Fumes. Yeah, that's right. I drop a smoke cloud and I fart when I'm in it.
We don't have
It
much
annoys
time.
them so much.
It is then pray. You will speak. We will all.
Okay, I'm headed towards what is most likely my first death on this character.
Is what we must do, then we must be ready.
Because nothing in the game, and I mean nothing in the game, kills me like the Wengari Matriarch
Yes.
and Patriarch. They just murder me. Game in, game out. They kill the bleep out of me. It might be worth swapping. Oh, +1 to dexterity skills, though. That's most of my skills. I'm gonna lose points. It's gonna be painful. If I make that change, I'm gonna hold on to that regardless. That I want to keep, but not for this build. Dex, movement speed. It's almost really good. That's got 13 elemental resists. And a total of 15% movement speed. And the haste numbers aren't bad. Yeah, we gotta keep that for now. Pardon me as I self-narrate stuff. Believe it or not, I actually do this when I'm alone. Out loud. It's possible I'm not entirely well. But actually it's turned out to be useful and is something I recommend for anyone who is interested in trying to start streaming themselves.
I see.
Is while you're playing by yourself, self-narrate. Talk as if you had an audience. It's just a really useful skill. Because if someone tunes into your stream and they watch for a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Farewell.
No, this guy has just told us that his granddaughter is ill and he needs medicine. Spoiler, he's lying. He needs us to get medicine for his boner meds. Shh. But if someone's watching your stream for the first time and they watch for 90 seconds or 2 minutes and they don't hear a word spoken, the odds of them staying
They won't forget.
drop radically. And most new streamers are not going to be comfortable talking on stream. They're just not used to it. Also, in my case, I did public speaking competitively in college. Yes, that's a thing. Speech and debate. And so, kind of bullshitting on my feet has always been something I'm pretty good at. And I've even practiced. So. The Nomad camp awaits. The Wengari. The Matriarch and Patriarch are just the worst. And we're getting close. One of them dishes out enormous amounts of melee damage, and the other one dishes out enormous amounts of ranged damage. I believe, if memory serves, the one we need to kill first is the Matriarch, who does the ranged. The Wengari Fortress. Here we go. I hate it so much. They suck so much. We'll see if my face tank and smoke can do enough work. Up. Again, I almost didn't even see it. Shadow String. That's a level 11. Plus 1 charge for shift. Wow, that ward gained when you shift is amazing. It's from 11 to 111, and I got 12. We'll go ahead and empower it anyway. He's not finished with me. I think he digs me. All right, the mini boss. Nothing but blue items. Get out of town. Cheap bastard. Probably doesn't even use, like, the premium food for his dogs.
Gross.
Cheaping out on just nothing but dry food. Alright. Here we are. Entertain us. I ended up on the Patriarch. That's not the one I wanted. I survived! I didn't die to the Matriarch and the Patriarch. Jelkhor knives, will you marry me? That might be a slight overreaction, but only slight. Another level.
No more.
I get what I needed out of that. I think I did. Speak with the Nomad leader. Yes, I got everything I needed. Yeah. Back to the camp. I think I'm going to make maps today.
Yes.
We got a couple more open idle slots. We can jack up our resists. cold resist would be a really good idea right
Gods
about
be
now,
with you.
given how much stuff is going to be
Yes?
spitting unpleasantness at us in terms of cold damage shortly.
I see.
Let's see. 9%. We can do better than that. Can't we? Do better than that? Guys? No, 11%. 16%. Wrong thing I picked up. Alright. Our cold resist is now 59%, and we are headed into a whole bunch of coldness. Bad, painful coldness.
Not happening.
Not happening. Won't let you use your traversal skills in town. At least we can still do an evade. The ice caverns. Good thinking on my part to actually increase the cold resist, because there's a lot of bad stuff. And a lot of the damage is cold resist, or is cold, so. Like those rhyme giants in particular. And the machine gun firing elementals. Oh, that's right, it's dead end. Those elementals, the ones that look like they're those things right there. They're just really bad. They hit really hard, and they fire off a whole bunch at once. From us. And so if you're not aware of the fact that they can do this and prepared to move laterally to get out of the way, or if you're stuck in a narrow corridor or doorway, it can be lethal. Out to the tundra. Isn't that a truck? We've got nemesis, so normally I wouldn't go this way, but we've got a nemesis, so I will. Health on kill. That's a nice for a low level one for sure. What do we got over here? Void resist. Nice. Cast speed. Very nice. Mana is fine. We'll just go ahead and right here. We need an Eber liver, I believe. Yes, we need an Eber liver. That Ebor had a liver. Got him. Pardon me, I have to blow my horn. I have to toot my own horn. Temple of Heorot. Go back to Heoboria real fast. Give the materials to the guy who needs boner meds.
Yes?
You've got the ingredients? Splendid. I can't wait to use it for the cure, of course. Oh, gods, I can't keep lying to you. Do you want to know what they're really for? I'd really rather not. Well, you see, after my wife passed, I thought that stage of life, my life was over. But I met the most fetching woman at the last Harvest Festival. Older than I, believe it or not. And, well, she started looking at me with those eyes of hers, and I... Please don't. This has been Magnifying Lens Theater. I hope you enjoyed my interpretation of Old Man Needs Boner Meds. For the record, he's the one, not me. I'm fine. Thank you. We need 3 more idle slots unlocked. I can't see that's worth it. That one might be worth saving. Nah.
Yes.
Don't think I'm going to be playing another minion build. That's got Vit, Armor, Health Regen. That's a lot of Health Regen, mind you. So hold on to that because it's purple.
I see.
And we love grape-flavored loot around here. Of course, I can't speak for everyone, but I do love grape-flavored loot. These elementals suck. You can face tank him if you're going to get to him fast enough. Only get a couple of shots off. Beyond that, not recommended.
That was close.
No, wrong way. Right way. It's like Murderer's Row. There's, what, 3 or 5 of those freaking things down a long corridor? Alright, boss coming up. He's bad too. He could conceivably kill me. Or not. You know, not is also a possibility. Jelkhor's blast knives. Really good. by the mines. The mines. The frozen roots. Deeper and deeper we go. And it's Grael, who we met in the second map.
You're alive.
In the game.
But how? And you live alone. I watch. No, damn it. You until I want. But who cares about that? I must deal with Rye. The lance is just up ahead.
Oh, we have got nemesis. Well, a nemesis. What do we got? What do we got? I'd never had this until I got it earlier. One of these. I'd never seen it before that I could remember. And now I have two, so I can conceivably dual wield them. Pretty sure the class can dual wield. Regardless, I'm going to empower it. That way, Grail, you can help out. Sort of. A little. Not much, really. He means well, and he's trying hard, and that matters a lot, you know. Effort counts.
Easy. Too easy.
Yeah, he finished something off. Good work, Grail. That's like 5 of them in one place. And then a couple more being friends around the corner. I hate those things. I hate them. Alright, let us... Well, something else is shooting at us. Let us take on an exile mage. His exile did not end successfully. He's come over all dead. They did a lot of damage to me there before I got them. So, we are now going to head into the Tomb of Morditas. Who loves to eat carnitas. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know if he likes Mexican food or not. 22 to 23. Damage multiplier. Don't remember where we were going with this one. All right, 16 to 17 in Shuriken. Lightning damage. I think we're going up there. Maybe not. 16 to 17 on shift. Nope. Yep. Yeah, we are. And 15 to 16 in smoke. All right. Big guy. He hits hard. I'm going to need to get out of his way when he starts really swinging like that. The Lance of Heorot.
We have the lance. Would you? But what? I'll give you. Tell me more of this.
The lance was found, and a bond.
A bond was formed? I'm not into bondage, as far as you know. I believe...
I know things are grave. Yes. If what, to be honest, I can't imagine it.
That's the last
But
3
I
idle
will
slots.
take your warnings to heart.
I have all of the... You can't see it because my head. Down here in the map, in the corner, passive points rewards, 15 out of 15. Idle slot rewards, 8 out of 8. That's all you need from the story.
Yes?
I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct that one for parts. Well, we've got space for stuff now. So if I'm going to move that there, let's say, move that there, that's got a bunch of health. 5% health is nice, and I can certainly use the lightning resist. Those two go into the regular stash taberinos. And this one gets busted down for parts. 9, 11, 12, and we get 3 of the black arrows and 6 total. Pretty good. And that means we go to the end of time. Because time is on my side. Yes, it is. I do want to yoink 1 point. I want to respec 1 point on the passive tree.
Hello, traveler.
I can't remove it. Why can I not remove it? Okay. We yoink 1 from there. We put it there.
Hello, traveler.
We yoink a point from there. And put it there. Alright. We need 1 point here so that we can get to there. I believe we put 1 more point here and then we start dumping points into Crimson Shroud.
Do not dwell on regrets.
The Monoliths of Fate. Our first map. The start of the endgame. Theoretically, this is a level 58 area, and as you can see, we are level 47. Fortunately, our Kung Fu is mighty. And we'll level pretty quick. But they are much higher level than me, so I could die. Again, my defenses are not great. Obviously, the offenses are up to the task. Whoop. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, we have to slay Siege Captain Caliga. did forget to fill up the rest of my empty idle slots. That would be some nice resist points. That was it. I got hit by one of those ice chunks from that guy, and it peeled off a bunch of my health. My first actual purple drop. Dun dun. Need more purples. Great flavored loot. These things are bad because they hit so hard. With a number of different attacks. So I'm not a fan of them. They're the kind of mobs that I'm afraid of. Because they hit so hard. Big areas. And they're tough to kill.
Not happening.
Purple. I think it said necromancer's ring. Alright. Boss dude coming up. Face tanked. Keeps coming. Bye. Jerk. And we have succeeded. Nice. Well, we have a 35% chance to double up the number of drops we get. That hit. So we got a bunch of drops. Extra delicious drops. And that is a successful completion of the first map. So less than 2 hours to go from level 36 when I could use the Jelkhors
Yes.
to the end game. Pretty fast work. Damage while wielding a dagger. Technically I am. Increased health regen and regen. Regen generally not great. It's too slow for a class like this that can get bonked really hard. 28 health and increased critical strike chance? Sure, why not? Because we don't really have room for it. Elemental resists, cold resists. That's kind of a low number. Let's see. That can go there. More health right now is probably good. Minion health. I could have had minion health. Spoiler. Fire damage. No. Increased physical damage. I mean, obviously not for this build, but that's a level 41 item. That would be a beat stick in another
Take
build.
care.
Let us remedy the issue with us not having good resist. We've got 3 more idols that we can fill in. Void would be the correct choice, I think. If we can get small idols with void resist. %, 6%. I need to sort my tabs. I feel shame showing these. Everything is a dump tab, then nothing is. 7%. So we added about 18% or something. Yeah, 30%. Void. Our resists kind of suck. They kind of suck. None of our defenses are strong. But I think I'm going to call it here for the afternoon. Oh. Thank you guys, as always, for hanging out. I appreciate it very, very much. I'll be back in probably about 2 hours. Maybe a shade less. With more Once Human, because I'm enjoying that. I am continuing to play both games when I have sufficient sleep and can stream twice a day. I'm still doing a Last Epoch early and a Once Human later streams because I'm enjoying both games. They came out on the same day. Curse the developers who did that. But on the other hand, it's got me streaming more, which is okay. So, back in a few hours. The schedule for upcoming days tomorrow should be, again, if I get a decent night's sleep. Last night I actually had a really good night's sleep. If I get a decent night's sleep, I've been having problems with that. Last Epoch, probably within an hour of either side of noon Pacific, and then Once Human at the standard 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, and early morning in Asia and Australia and New Zealand. For Once Human, that's my plan. Tuesday, I have some chores I need to run. There'll not be an early stream. There'll be an evening stream, probably Once Human. Definitely will include adult leisure beverages. Wednesday, I'm going to take a day off. Thursday, I'm not sure what I'll be streaming, but I know Wednesday and Thursday I'm going to be figuring out what kind of build I'm going to be using on Friday for the new PoE League, which actually looks like a blast. Knock on wood. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll be doing long streams on PoE unless I get enraged at it, which has happened in the past, but I'm hoping won't happen this time. So that's my plan for the upcoming week, give or take. So I'm going to call it here. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Hope the rest of your Sunday is great. And as always, I try to set an achievable goal. I hope your upcoming week doesn't suck. I'm back later. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great rest of your Sunday.